junior guard, number 0, Mason Beck. A senior guard, number 1, Jefferson. A junior guard, number 11, Jonah Bock. A junior guard, number 21, Maximilian Harris. And a junior guard, number 23, William Jeffress. The Trojans of McDowell. For the Bulldogs this evening, senior guard, number 0, Davion Butler. Senior guard, number 1, McDowell Husband. Senior guard number 2, Keon Lindsay. Junior guard number 4, Sam Burchard. And junior guard number 33, Harley Wade of the Bulldogs of Meadville.
Okay. Okay, welcome into Meadville. McDowell comes in at 15-3 after dropping one to Cathedral Prep on Tuesday night. A stunner at Paul Gall. What a great game. Meadville comes in at 10-7. They haven't won since they've last seen McDowell. This game took place on January 14th at Paul Gall. McDowell coming away with a 67-42 victory. Will Jeffress wins the opening tip here at Meadville. It'll be Jeffress, Jefferson, Beck, Bock, and Paris, the 5 on the floor for the Trojans. It's Butler, Husband, Lindsay, Burchard, and Wade, the 5 on the floor for the Bulldogs. And, of course, Davion Butler, Lamero, Husband, and Keon Lindsay didn't play in the first meeting. The top 3 scorers for these Bulldogs. Out of bounds play, it goes into Mason Beck, junior guard. And now Will Jeffress, covered by Charlie Wade. This is Jefferson, met by Husband, top of the key. Now he rolls right side, elbow jumper, soft touch. Jefferson, mid-range game is off. Here's Beck with a rebound and put back his shot off as well, and it's Wade. Inside pass from Butler to Wade. Now outside Husband. Now this is Lindsay working against Jonah Bock. Butler, the leading scorer at 22.5 points per game. His three-point shot is off, and a rebound Mason Beck. Beck pass forward Paris. Paris shot blocked and out of bounds. Last touch by Butler. Still no score. 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. Again, a 25-point victory for the Trojans on January 14th at Paul Gall. Here's an inbounds pass to Jefferson. Another shot is off the mark. Rebound Paris. Put back blocked. That time by Husband and going the other way. Turnover as Sam Burchard's messes up the dribble. This is Jeffress, long 2, off the mark. Rebound, Bock, and a putback. And Jonah Bock opens up the scoring here in the first. Jonah Bock, one of those guys you hope gets into it tonight. 3 points was all at Cathedral Prep on Tuesday. This is the team's 3rd leading scorer. Here's Sam Burchard. And now Davion Butler. A 3-point shot from this side is good. Butler trying to heat up. 3-2 Bulldogs. This is Paris left side, working it into Jeffress. Turn around, goes low. 1 dribble, step back, got him in the air. Now a nice Euro step, gets to the basket, gets his own rebound. Thought he was fouled and a turnover. Here's Wade up to Husband. Husband goes off glass and he's got a pair. 5-0 run by the Bulldogs. They lead 5-2. Here's Jeffress. Thought about the 3, now takes it. And it's off the mark. And a rebound, Lindsay. Lindsay crosses midcourt. Outside Husband. Shot from 3 off the mark and a rebound, Jonah Bock. A couple of quick shots on the Bulldogs' last couple possessions. Here's Jaden Jefferson. Dribble drive and it's stolen away. Quick hands by Charlie Wade. It was Lindsay who came up with it. Here is Lamero. Husband going soft off glass, gets around a defender and a smooth finish for 2 more. He's got 4. 7-2 our score. Meadville all over the Trojans here early. Here's Jefferson. Hard step, goes to the basket. Too soft, and a rebound. Bulldogs on the floor, but Meadville gets it. This is Lindsay up to Burchard, and Burchard's got a pair. And Kevin O'Connor's going to slow down the run. It's 9-2, 4:50 to play in the first. All right, we're back from the timeout taken by O'Connor. No substitutions on either side. They're going to let them play. This is Mason Beck with the ball. He moves it right to William Jeffress Jr. And now to Jefferson. Back to Bock. He's got a 3-point shot. And Bock, 3 more. He's got all 5 points for the Trojans to start. And that's got to be in the game plan. Get Jonah Bock going early. Heat him up. This is Lamero Husband. Butler working against Jeffress. Step back 3, way off the mark. And Bock will just let it go out of bounds. (9-5) our score. It's the Trojans down, but with the basketball. This is Bock, left wing. Up to Paris, now Jefferson. Jefferson tries to penetrate, bounce pass low, almost lost it, was Bock, kicked outside to Beck. Now to Jefferson, now to Jeffress, thought about passing, he'll move inside. Foul line jumper is off the mark, and a rebound, Lamero Husband. And here's an upward pass looking for Charlie Wade, but Wade not looking for it, and that sails over his head out of bounds. Nice hands by Coach O'Connor. So it'll be Max Paris to inbound. More than halfway through the first quarter, 9-5 our score, Meadville on top. Here's Jonah Bock, top of the key, moves it in to Jefferson. They try to bounce pass to Jeffress, and it's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Jeffress. It's Meadville basketball. A little sloppy here in the early going. You wonder if the 45-minute trip down 79 took a little bit out of the Trojans. Here's Husband to Burchard, outside to Lindsay. Shot from 3 off the mark, rebound Husband. Lost it, and right to Jefferson. Jefferson between the legs, behind the back, and picked up by Charlie Wade. Forward to Husband, and Husband slams it home. Big reaction for the crowd. Lamero Husband with 6 points, and the lead now 11-5. Here's Jefferson. Now Jeffress met by Charlie Wade. Jeffress penetrates, shot blocked, and it's going the other way. 3 bodies in the way of Will Jeffress. Here's Husband. He goes baseline, way outside to Keon Lindsay, and they're going to get an over and back. Lindsay just missed it. It was a laser shot from Lamero Husband on the baseline. And with that, we'll see our first subs of the night. Jackson Howard comes in, as does Skylar Carr. They'll replace Beck and Jefferson. And here's Howard to inbound, and it goes right to Skylar Carr. 2:46 to play first quarter. Howard had 6 points the other night, the second leading scorer for the Trojans. Here's Carr working against Lindsay. Now to Jeffress, 2-on-1. He'll keep it. Now outside Carr, over to Paris. Thought about a shot. Here's Howard. He'll penetrate. He gets to the basket, lost it, and out of bounds. Good work by Davion Butler on defense. And they're causing some problems in the passing lanes for the Trojans here in the early goings. 1-on-3, here's Burchard, going to step out. Handoff Husband. Now to Butler. And Butler will slow things down at 2:09. He's met by Skylar Carr. Over to Keon Lindsay, the senior, working against Max Paris. Butler again, the leading scorer with the ball in his hands. He goes around Howard, and he goes through William Jeffress, able to draw the charge. That's Davion Butler's first. That's the team first. At 1:55. So we'll see Charlie Wade come to the bench. We'll see Reese Pirro come into the game for the first time for the Bulldogs. It'll be Skylar Carr bring the ball up. Howard looking for Jeffress down low. They go left side to Bock. Another three-point shot. Jonah Bock, he's got all 8 points here in the first quarter for the Trojans. Certainly an emphasis on getting him the rock early on tonight on offense. They're going to need him. This is Keon Lindsley over to Burchard. Met by Carr. And now Pirro. Pirro looking for Butler. Butler wasn't looking, and it's taken away by Carr. And Carr's going to go end-to-end. He'll miss it. Rebound Jeffress. Put back. No good. Jeffress again. Put back. This time is good. They go 1 for 3 on the possession, and William Jeffress nets his first 2. 11-10 now. The lead cut to 1. Here's Butler working on Jeffress. Tries to go left. Into Pirro outside to Burchard. Long 3. And short rebound Paris. Brought up by Jeffress. Goes behind the back, slows it up. Hands it outside to Howard. Now down low, Carr. Carr's get someone in the air. Mid-range jumper, too short. And a rebound, Lindsay. And Lindsay's going to try to take it all the way. Almost. Here's Pirro, three-point shot. Too soft, air ball. And a rebound, Howard. Pirro misses on his first shot. Still 11-10, 25 seconds to play first quarter. McDowell with the basketball. They can slow it down and try to take a lead going into the second. This is Skylar Carr working on Sam Burchard. Paris up to Howard, the three-point line. Pass block, but he gets it back. Howard in the lane, stop, pop. Soft touch, and Jackson Howard has his first 2. And the Trojans have their first lead of the night with 4 seconds. This is Lindsay. Stop and pop. Too short. Wanted a foul, couldn't get it, and it's 12-11 after 1. McDowell trailed all but 5 seconds of that quarter and come out with a lead. Welcome back to Meadville. Trojans took a 1-point lead with about 4.9 seconds remaining in the first quarter. That's their only lead of this game. Here is big Xavier Hughes going to the basket, and he's going to get called for a charge. Xavier Hughes was pretty big in that first game, but he had 4 fouls and it kept him out. The 6'4" junior averaging 2.5 points per game this year. This is Jackson Howard, left wing, trying to find Jeffress. He's triple teamed, and Xavier Hughes with the quick hands. And Davion Butler's going to get called for a foul at the end of the play because he pushes Jeffress to the ground a little bit after they go the other way. So that's going to be Davion Butler's second, and the crowd doesn't like the call. Just a little too much. And that'll work out for McDowell. They're going to get the ball in the offensive zone. Here's Vince Pisano in the game for the first time. To Bock, now back to Pisano. Pisano goes baseline, kicks it out. Jonah Bock, another three-point shot. Jonah Bock delivers again. He's got 11 points now, and the lead to 4. This is Davion Butler. Gets the screen from Xavier Hughes, and Butler lines up from 3 and knocks it down. Davion Butler with 6 points in this one. Back to a 1-point game. Here's Jonah Bock, heat check, too strong, and a rebound, Ross Pirro. And he gets it right to Xavier Hughes, and now up to Charlie Wade, who crosses midcourt. He goes left to Butler. Butler working on Jonah Bock. Splits the double team, ball's on the floor, and stolen away, maybe by Jackson Howard. He does. Carr now on the ground, and now picked up by William Jeffress. He'll set the defense. He thought about a 3, now passes down to Pisano. Pisano goes around Hughes. Right hand goes off glass, and they're going to get Hughes for a second. And this will send Vince Pisano, the junior, to the line. And I'm sorry, Pisano's a senior. Pisano gets his first. Xavier Hughes, 90 seconds, 2 fouls. Meadville with 14 fouls. Pisano misses on the second, and a rebound, Keon Lindsay. Lindsay checks back in for Davion Butler. Here's Pirro near midcourt. This is left. This is Charlie Wade. Wade back to Pirro. Nice spin around Jaden Jefferson. Back to Wade. And Wade knocks it down. Charlie Wade gets his first 3. And he's got Meadville with a lead. 17-16, 6 minutes to play here in the second. Here's Jeffress from 3. Front iron, back iron, and can't get the roll. All the way at the other end, here's Wade. Going baseline, gets him in the air. Passing to Xavier Hughes, and Hughes is fouled as he goes up. This will be the first against Skylar Carr. His first, team first. So this will send Xavier Hughes to the line. Averaging 2.5 points per game this season. He can get them both here. Miss the first. So it's Howard, Jefferson, Carr, Pisano, and Jeffress. The 5 on the floor for the Trojans. Hugh, Wade, Husband, Lindsay, and Pirro. For the Bulldogs is Xavier Hughes. Knocks down the second free throw. He's got 1 point, and the Bulldogs lead by 2. 18-16. 5.5 to play in the first half. This is Jeffress. Dribble, drive, left side, moves out to Howard. Howard goes baseline. Now outside to Jefferson, who's got a good look from 3. Off the mark, and a rebound, Wade. Wade looks like it went off the hand of Xavier Hughes. Wade's going to bring it up, kicks it left. Here's a 3-point shot. Husband, off the mark, rebound, Howard. Howard up to Jefferson. Stops at the baseline, kicks it back out. Carr thought about it, now to Jeffress. Jeffress, right elbow, kick out. Jefferson, now back Jeffress. Left elbow jumper off the mark. He's cool tonight, trying to find his rhythm. Jefferson off the offensive rebound, and they'll reset. They look to the bench for the play. Skylar Carr with the basketball at 4:52. Carr met by Hughes, and now Jefferson will slow down. They get a new play. He moves left. Outside to Jeffress on the left wing. Up to Carr, met by Husband. Then to Jefferson, almost lost it. And a foul going to be called as Keon Lindsay goes to the floor, diving at the feet of Jaden Jefferson. So that'll be Keon Lindsay's first, team 5th. And that allows Coach O'Connor to get some subs, and Mason Beck will come back in, as well as Max Paris. They replace Pisano and Carr. This is Jeffress, right elbow, spins, goes low, and he's going to get fouled on his way up. Hughes was there, as was Wade. We'll see who they called it on. And they're going to call it on Reese Pirro. That's his first, team 6th. And this will send William Jeffress Jr. to the line. 2 points so far in this one. It's been a quiet day for the junior. And he misses the first free throw. He went, I want to say 8 for 8 or 10 for 10 the other night at Paul Gall against Prep. And he gets the second one. He'll find his rhythm from the free throw line. He's got 3 points. Dogs still with the lead, 18-17, midway through the second. Here's Wade over to Lindsay. Lindsay's going to bring it back out. Ooh, tipped it away by Max Paris. I'm going to say foul. Got a little too much of the hand. That's Paris's first. Team second. Coach O'Connor's going to argue the case a little bit. They were both standing right there. So after the foul, we'll see Jonah Bock back in the game. He'll replace Jackson Hauer. This is Lindsay into the center outside to Pirro. And now back to Lamero Husband. Husband gets the screen from Hughes. Husband lines up from 3 and drills it. Lamero Husband with 9 points now. He leads the Bulldogs in scoring, 21-17. This is Jaden Jefferson low post. And they're going to call jump ball. And the possession arrow favors the Trojans. Husband looks like he called it for the ref there. He said, hey, that's a jump ball. I know it. Beck inbounds to Jefferson. Now right back to Beck. He's along the baseline. Bounce pass outside Jefferson. And he missed an open Max Paris. Now gets it to him a little bit late. Now they find Jeffress on the baseline. And Jeffress slams one home! Holy mackerel! He jumps from outside the paint. Jeffress with 2 more. He's got 5 now. And the Trojans back within 2, 21-19. Boy, talk about going up with authority. Here's Lamero Husband for 3. Off the mark, Jeffress with the rebound. With a full head of steam to the basket, tries to finish left hand, and he's going to the line. Jeffress, a runaway train in the last 30 seconds. Oh, boy. Appears to have just flipped a switch on that last offensive possession, saying, okay, you've held me down long enough. So this is Jeffress 1 for 2 from the line so far tonight. He's got 2 shots here. Here's the first that he makes it. And we'll see some subs for the Bulldogs between shots. And a timeout. 21-20, Jeffress on the line. He's got 1 more, a chance to knot it up. 3:12 to play here in the first half. All right, Jeffress at the foul line for his second shot. Made the first. Chance to tie it. 5 points this quarter. Jeffress has 7. And he's got the Trojans back to even. 21 all. 3:05 to play first half. And a foul on Keon Lindsley. Can't believe it. Arguing his case here. Didn't see it. Must have been a little too strong going around a screen. It was an off-the-ball call. It'll be the team 8th. You got to be careful. That's his second. Butler with 2, Lindsay with 2, Hughes with 2, Pirro with 1. Here's Beck outside. Jefferson thought about it. Now dribbles inside, hand off Paris. Paris to Jefferson, that low wing again. He goes around one. And he finishes strong, gets a nice roll. And a whistle after the play. And this is 33, Charlie Wade, who comes up a bit slow. We'll get Ross Pirro back into the game for Keon Lindsay. Wade's going to be allowed to stay in the game. 23-21, Trojans on top. Sam Burchard with the ball, defended but closely by Mason Beck. Down to Butler, uses the arm, gets around Jefferson and scores. Davey on Butler. 22.9 points per game on the season. Butler knows how to find the hole. And here's Jaden Jefferson with a pair. That's the first two for him. And the lead back to 2. Trading buckets in the last couple of possessions. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. 25-23. Burchard inside Lindsay. Husband. And Paris. A little too much. And that'll be Paris' second, team third. So Paris will come to the bench. He'll get replaced by Jackson Hauer. Hauer had a pair in the first quarter. Burchard to inbound. Finds Pirro. Now to Husband working on Hauer. Butler, Burchard. Wade over to Pirro, met by Bock. Now here's Husband, who lines up a straightaway 3. It's off the mark, and a rebound, Jonah Bock. Bock's going to bring it up. Now to Jefferson, met by Butler. Jefferson will center it up, bounce pass in. Jeffress, turnaround jumper. Never touches iron. He's got 9 points in this quarter. William Jeffress heating up. He's in double figures with 11. The lead is now 4. 27-23 with 1:10 to play. This is Burchard, closely guarded by Beck. Now to Husband. Hand off Pirro. Pirro had a one-on-one, and he's going to bring it outside. They find the leading scorer, Butler. And now to Burchard. Outside Wade, an open look from 3. Can't get it to go as Jeffress Jr. came bearing down. 48 seconds as they cross the mid-stripe. Here's Jefferson, goes off the leg of Butler. No, it doesn't go off the leg of Butler. Must have been my angle. Kicked out of bounds at a weird angle, and it'll be Meadville basketball. 27-23. It's a Trojan lead with 40 seconds. This is Sam Burchard, left wing, working on Hauer. Now Husband, outside to Pirro. And Pirro calls the play with 32 seconds. Trail by 4. Here's Husband, almost lost it, and he's guarded by Jeffress. Gets the switch. That's going to be a moving screen on Lamero Husband, his first, team 9th. Here's Mason Beck. So it's Beck, Bock, Hauer, Jeffress, and Jefferson for the final 13 seconds. Jaden Jefferson, left elbow, outside Jonah Bock, a 3, off the mark, rebound Lindsay, and 4 seconds. Here's Davion Butler. He's got a 2-on-1, and he's going to pass forward. I think before he does, he'll get a whistle as he tries to go around Jonah Bock, and I want to say it's Bock who they're going to hit with a foul. It is. Bock's first, team 4th. And he wasn't in the act of shooting, so they'll get it out underneath the basket with 1 second to play here before the half. 27-23, Xavier Hughes back in the game. They go right to Lindsay, who fires it up from 3. His shot's off the mark, and that'll do it for the first half. Low-scoring affair, 27-23. Trojans have the lead after an extremely slow start. Jeffress has 11. Bock has 11. And we'll be back for the second half in just a little bit. All right, back from the break. We're here at Meadville, second half. Trojans at Bulldogs. It's McDowell with a lead, 27-23. They trailed most of the first quarter. They took a lead with under 5 seconds to go. And we had 2 lead changes here in the second. And now it's a 4-point lead for McDowell. Meadville will start with the basketball. This is Husband who goes up strong and can't get the roll. And then Paris with a rebound. And it goes to Jeffress. Trojans moving left to right as we view it. They're in the dark blue unis. This is Mason Beck and now Jonah Bock, who had 11 points in the first quarter. Jeffress with a straight on 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Jaden Jefferson. Big one arm. As he goes up again, he'll get fouled. That's Charlie Wade. And Jefferson's going to go to the line. What a rebound. So that's Charlie Wade's first, team first this half. And this will send Jaden Jefferson to the line for 2. Jefferson had 2 points in the first half. And he nails his first free throw here in the third. Jefferson 2 for 2 from the line. Extends the lead to 6 points. That's the largest lead for McDowell tonight. And just as we cross the mid-stripe, we get a whistle. I'm not quite sure what for.
Maybe they weren't running the clock. I don't think they were running the clock.
May have been a clock malfunction. And now we get back to action. That's Davion Butler. And here's the clock moving. 7:09 to play, third quarter. Only scoring has been Jefferson's 2 free throws. This is Charlie Wade for the Bulldogs. Comes around the corner. And now Lindsey jacks one up. This one's off the mark. Rebound, Sam Burchard outside. Now, I'm sorry, that was Husband the first one. Lindsey tries, he's off. Davion Butler gets it. One arm pass over to Husband. Husband tries again, and this time the 2-pointer's good. Lamero Husband in double figures now. He's got 11 for the Bulldogs. 29-25. 90 seconds gone here in the second half. This is Mason Beck from the foul line. He bangs one home. Mason Beck with a pair. 31-25. This is Lindsey up to Burchard, over to Butler, met by Mason Beck. Now Husband, now Burchard. Burchard lines one up from 3. Off the mark and rebound, Jonah Bock had to clear Charlie Wade. Now he moves it up the court to Jeffress. Big 2 steps. There's going to be a foul called against Keon Lindsey. Oh no, that one's going to go. Yes, Keon Lindsey. And I have him, he's got 3 personal fouls. So his third, team second. And Will Jeffress back at the charity stripe. Makes good on the first. He leads all scorers with 12. It's Beck, Bock, Jefferson, Jeffress, and Paris, the 5 on the floor for the Trojans. Two for 2. And that stretches the lead to 8, 33-25. Here's Husband at the rim and rejected. Jaden Jefferson on the other end. He's got 4 this quarter. Looking to get in on the action. Long 3-point shot, buried. Romero Husband. And he's got 14. And he brings it down to a 7-point game, 35-28, and a timeout taken. Okay. Coming out of the Meadville timeout, 35-28. Trojans with the lead and the basketball. This is Mason Beck met by Pirro at midcourt. Now Paris back to Jefferson, guarded by Butler. Here's Will Jeffress for a three. Turn around, and good. He's got 16. He leads all scorers, 38-28, the lead to 10. Just under 5 to play here in the third. Here's Charlie Wade. Wade comes around and finds Davion Butler. He's going to try to get the switch. And a nice job of Jefferson avoiding the screen. Now down to Husband. Husband turns around, nothing there. Way outside, then to Butler. Butler guarded by Jeffress. Try to get the switch. And then now they move it down to Pirro. Pirro, and stolen away. Jeffress with numbers. Will he throw it down? He will! Will Jeffress with a big two-hand jam to give him 18. The lead is up to 12, 40-28, 4 to play here in the third. Here's Davion Butler, now down to Lamero Husband, working on Jaden Jefferson. Stolen away again. Jeffress had his hand on it, now to Beck, and now to Jefferson, who goes soft on glass. Avoids the block attempt by Davion Butler. Butler tries to split the double team. Jeffress goes to the ground, no foul either way, and Bock picks up the loose basketball. Jeffress, long three, buries it! He's got 10 this quarter. He's 21 on the game now. And a timeout taken. Butler and Jeffress bump shoulders on their way to their respective benches, 45-28. (45-28). McDowell on a 10-0 run. Jeffress with 10 points this quarter. Here's Charlie Wade trying to go around Jonah Bock. Nice shot off glass, and Charlie Wade's got 2 more. Here's Jeffress trying to get around Wade. Spins, and the floater off the mark. But they get Charlie Wade with the foul. That's his second, team third. And once again, Jeffress will go to the line. Misses on the first. 2 missed free throws this game. It's a rarity for Will. Power in the game. Jeffress good on the second. 46-30. Here's Burchard, step back, and gets it to go from the left elbow. Nice in-rhythm jump shot. He's got 6. Here's Jaden Jefferson. Working on Husband. Step back, mid-range, off the mark, and a rebound. Charlie Wade. Nope. Touched out of bounds on the bounce. And McDowell will get the basketball back. Good effort. Ball must have just barely nicked that black baseline. Bounce pass low to Jeffress. Maybe a jump ball on the floor. Now still loose. Ball still loose. Butler on it. And he calls timeout. So a good heads-up play by the senior Davion Butler. They'll get the timeout and the ball. 46-32, Trojans in control. Out of the timeout, Beck, Bock, Jefferson, and Hauer for the Trojans. Husband, Burchard, Butler, Wade, and Pirro, the 5 for the Bulldogs. This is Davion Butler, met by Jaden Jefferson. This is senior on senior. And Butler will dribble to center court. Moves it right to Pirro at 2:05. This is Burchard, bounce pass, Husband. Working on Bock. Quick hands, here's Butler, had to get rid of it. Pirro, now Burchard, good look from 3. Burchard can't get it to go. And a rebound, Mason Beck. 1:49 to play here in the third. It's a 14-point advantage for the Trojans. They've come on strong after a slow start to the first quarter. Here's Jeffress down low. He gets Butler in the air, gets it to spin on the rim, and add 2 more. It's been a heck of a quarter for Will Jeffress. He's got 13. Husband, 3-point look, and is good. He continues his hot night. He's got 17 now, 8 here in the third quarter. Here's Jeffress, lost it on the ground. Butler diving for the loose ball, gets rid of it. Husband on the ground, still loose, and Hauer picks it up. Over to Jeffress, and up to Bock to slow it down in a minute 9. Jefferson guarded by Lamero Husband on the left wing. And now Hauer. Handoff Jonah Bock, 11 points first half, none here in the second half, and can't get the right-handed lay-in to go. Butler on the rebound, up to Burchard, and a attempted swat by Jefferson. Can't get the fingertips on it, and Sam Burchard has 2 more. He's got 4 this quarter, 8 this game. Under 40 seconds to play. It's Will Jeffress at the ball here late in the third quarter. We'll see if he wants to hold it for the last shot. They have an 11-point lead, 48-37. In a game they've led by as many as 16. He'll cross with Jefferson. He'll move to the left at 16 seconds. We'll switch across the baseline. Now here comes Bock for the screen. Jeffress going to spot up the 3. In and out. And it's going to be a rebound. Lamero Husband up to Butler. And Butler too strong. Jeffress got just enough of it to affect the shot of Davion Butler, who couldn't finish at the end of the third. And that's how things end here. 48-37 through 3. The Trojans with an 11-point advantage going into the fourth. Start of the fourth quarter. Vince Pisano, Jackson Howard, Mason Beck, William Jeffress, Jaden Jefferson. Out of the gate here in the fourth for the Trojans. Husband, Butler, Lindsay, Burchard, and Wade. The starting five for the Bulldogs. Here we'll start the fourth. 48-37, Trojans with the lead and the basketball. This is Howard guarded by Husband. Over to Pisano, got him to move, and Pisano gets an easy lane to the basket. And Pisano with two more. Here's Beck, up to Jefferson, and Jefferson, he got blocked by the rim the other night. Just make sure he lays that one in nice and easy. That puts him in double figures, Jefferson with 10. The lead is 15 now, 52-37. Here's Wade up to Husband. Husband over to Burchard, almost lost it, down low to Butler. And Butler's going to get called with a charge as he puts an elbow into Jeffress. Davion Butler, that's his third. Team fourth. Butler out there searching for contact. And Jeffress happy to draw the charge. Minute into the fourth, it's a 15-point game. They go high for Jeffress, who tips it right back out to Jefferson as he felt the double team coming. Jefferson almost lost it, goes up, rebound, put back no good, and a rebound then Lindsay as he crosses midcourt. Husband, Butler. Butler lines up from three, off the mark and a rebound, Jeffress. Quick to shoot, just can't get it to go. Here's Jeffress working around Wade, and Jeffress with another two. He's got 26. He continues his hot night. Slow start and then a 13-point third quarter for Will Jeffress. This is Lindsay. Now out to Butler. Lost the handle and picked up on the floor by Howard. Brought up by Jeffress, 6-16. Jeffress straight away three. Splash! 29 for the junior. This is Keon Lindsay. Now Lamero Husband down low. Burchard working on Carr. Turnaround. Gets the foul. And he'll go to the line. Skylar Carr picked up his second. Team first. 5 total fouls committed by the Trojans tonight. So this is Sam Burchard, 6'1" junior at the line. Knocks down the first. Burchard's got 9. And one more. So Burchard in double figures. 57-39 now. 18-point lead with 5:43 to play. Howard, Pisano. Pisano will drive. Now finds an outlet, and it's out to Jaden Jefferson. Working on Charlie Wade. Starts right, goes left, falling away, left elbow jumper, off the mark, and a rebound, Will Jeffress. And the ball's on the ground. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Meadville. And that's Lamero Husband, who's upset. Clock stopped at 5:21. Jefferson inbound to Jeffress, and he'll just hand it to Skylar Carr to run the play. Here's Pisano, now Jeffress working against Charlie Wade. Jefferson, Pisano, working on Husband. Jefferson draws Butler. Now Howard, thought about it. Now puts the ball on the ground. Outside, Pisano will look from three. In and out, got it! Looked like in and out, but gets the shooter's roll. Vince Pisano with 5 this quarter. And that extends the lead to 21. Here's a three-point look, Lindsay. Can't get the roll to rebound, Jeffress. Thought about it. Now passes to his right to Carr. Calls for it right back at 4.5. Long three. Short. And a rebound, Davion Butler. Going the other way. Moves it left. Goes around Howard. Kick outside Wade. Then Lindsay. Then Burchard. Drive. Burchard with a floater and two more. Burchard with 12 now. And they get it back to 19. 60-41 midway through the fourth. Here's Howard working against Lindsay. Howard goes tall to Jeffress, who's going to get wrapped up by Charlie Wade. That's his third, team fifth. Good foul by Wade. He's about to get dunked on. So it'll be Pisano to inbound. Max Parrish back into the game. He'll replace Jaden Jefferson. Carr over to Parrish. Down to Jeffress. Thought about it. Guarded by Butler. Now pulls it down and moves it outside to Skylar Carr. Carr, one of the seniors on this team. Excellent defensive player. Moves it over to Pisano. And now back to Carr. 3:33. Jeffress draws Charlie Wade. Starts right. Goes left. Lost the handle, scoop pass outside Paris. Paris goes inside for Howard. Howard's turnaround shot. Takes a couple of bounces and finds its way home. Jackson Howard with 4 points now. 62-41. Here's a three-point look from Butler's off the mark. Rebound Jeffress. Jeffress, elbow jumper. Got it to go. And that puts him at 31. Back-to-back 30 burgers for the talented junior. Charlie Wade with 2. And a timeout taken at 2:47. 21-point lead for the Trojans, 64-43, with under 3 to play in the fourth. Out of the timeout here in the fourth. 2:47 to play in this one. Trojans on top, 64-43. And a good job of battling back after a slow start. Here is Skylar Carr. And Luke Wolf into the game now. Finds Jeffress near the baseline. Jeffress, Wolf, one dribble. And off the mark, but he'll get his own rebound. He goes right back to it. Left hand, gets it to go off glass. Luke Wolf with a pair. Senior number 22. You know, he's put his time in. He's put the work in. And he's rewarded there. 2:10 to play in the fourth. Here's Keon Lindsay. Moves right to left. Guarded by Jeffress. And eventually Davion Butler gets it and scores NBA range 3. Those are his first points this half. Hasn't scored since the second quarter. He's got 11 now. And as Carr brings it up court, it's like Coach OC is going to call a timeout. 66-46 with 1:52 to play. the game now, who replaced Jaden Harper in the game now, who replaced Jeffress on a turnover as Skylar Carr goes out of bounds. So it's Pisano, Harper, Paris, Wolf, and Carr, the 5 on the floor for the Trojans. And it looks like we'll get some mass subs here for the Bulldogs here in just a moment as well. Here's Sam Burchard working against Jaden Harper. Top of the key, stolen away, intended for Butler. And this is Vince Pisano, who's just going to lay it up and in. Vince Pisano, a nice quarter, 7 points here in the fourth. Here's Butler, kick out Wade. Wade is shot from 3 off the mark, and a rebound that'll go out of bounds. They'll say last touch by McDowell. Now here comes mass subs. Also in for the Trojans. Here's Ross Pirro working on Marzon. Short side, now guarded by Luke Wolf, and it's Pirro who goes to center court at a minute 10. It's Matt Penchura, now Xavier Hughes. Over to Alex McElhaney. Pirro. Marchand. 3-point shot off the mark. Rebound, Marzon Horton. He's got 1-on-2. Will he slow it down? He'll draw the foul. He'll go to the basket. Can't get it to go. But Marzon Horton going to the line for 2. The 5'6" junior guard just came into the game. He's got a chance for some points. He'll miss the first. And makes good on the second. Marzon Horton's in the books, 69-46 with 48 seconds. We'll go down Xavier Hughes in the low post, and he'll battle his way to the basket. Mauled on the way there, and he'll go to the line for 2. And they'll get Marzon Horton with the foul. His first, team second. And so Hughes at the line. Makes the first. And misses the second. Luke Wolf with the rebound, 38 seconds. This is Horton. Starts left, goes right. Ball's going to be trapped, but he'll get it off the ground. Now a pile for it. And a jump ball called. Possession arrow favors the Trojans at 26.9. 69-47, eerily similar to the 67-42 we saw in the first game. No, they'll change their mind. This one's going Meadville's way, and this will be Ross Pirro to bring it up. His pass is picked off. Vince Pisano. And Pisano's going to be blocked on the way to the rim by Xavier Hughes. The Trojans will get it back. Luke Wolf will put back. No good. Jaden Harper grabs the rebound. Stolen away. Pisano has it. Now out Horton. Horton, a 3-point shot off the mark. Rebound, Jaden Harper. His putback finally makes it home. And Jaden Harper is on the board, much to the surprise of the crowd. And they'll count it before the buzzer, and that's the way we'll finish here in Meadville. 71-47. The standout was Will Jeffress with back-to-back 30-point games. He had 31 tonight. The Trojans moved to 16-3 and are in good position for the playoffs. Thanks for listening.